Hi everyone, your favorite dark man back with another video. If you're new, please consider subscribing, like my videos, comment as well. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think. Welcome to the Dark Gang. So I have paid my penance. I have gone to watch Coming to America 1. I loved it. I'm going to be doing a breakdown and comparison between the two, and ultimately I will tell you which one I like better from certain standpoints. So let's start talking about that. So I believe that until today, everyone else was very familiar with the events of Coming to America 1. There are a lot of similarities I did see between the two movies. The first of which is with the intro sequence, and even though the mountain looks a bit different, you are made to believe that that Paramount Pictures mountain forms part of the geography of Zamunda. Now, as opposed to getting a quick shot we got in Coming to America 2, you do see a bit of an overlapping shot of the scenery with Coming to America 1. And this is very standard with 90s movies. If you're very familiar with them, you know that there's a bit of a 3-minute sequence where they're just rolling credits and you are made to appreciate nature as opposed to wasting my time. Now, both movies start on the exact same day, 30 years apart. And actually, if you look at the calendar, I do believe they would be on the very same day, 30 years apart. Now, as opposed to the prince waking up alone in his bed on his 21st birthday in Coming to America 1, he wakes up with his wife Lisa in Coming to America 2 on his birthday, on his 51st birthday specifically. I have made reference to this slightly, but the pacing for both movies was quite different. There was a bit more of a faster pace with regards to Coming to America 2 as opposed to Coming to America 1. Coming to America 1 seemed a little more serious, a little more consequential as opposed to Coming to America 2. Now, I did say that an Eddie Murphy movie was practically a day off and you couldn't really take anything seriously, but I can't exactly say the same thing for Coming to America 1. The slow moments were really impactful. They did their best to suck you in, and that's what I experienced. So this is where attention to detail really kicked in, and I was really impressed that they actually got to do this. They paid it off the best way. It was the prince making Izzy's sister hop on one leg and bark like a dog. And I'm starting to wonder if she even never slept, because for 30 years doing the same thing. So you see a bit of a retcon with Coming to America 2 where Leslie Jones's character is involved, so they obviously had to reenact the whole thing. Attention to detail was, I think, very well done. Some characters from that particular scene showed up at the very end, which was a very great payoff. Now, I did find that the premises for both movies were quite different, as opposed to one being more of a romantic comedy style, kind of serious deal at times. 2 is more of just a plain comedy movie where it's just family. Now, admittedly, there are those jokes from 1 that you really can't replicate with 2. And I'm referring specifically to one of the very earliest jokes where the royal spring is clean. The major story with Coming to America 1, and I kind of found this interesting, was due to her circumstances, Lisa kind of found solace in the prince, and technically a shoulder to cry on became a spring to ride on. Now, I did mention this yesterday with the accent, and I was surprised to see that in 1, the accents were actually pretty well done. It wasn't overblown as it was with 2, and it wasn't just with that, but the royalty aspect wasn't even that overblown. Even though, yes, there were some things like the flower thing, and like, okay, that's enough, but it wasn't as overblown as it was in 2. Now, this kind of struck me yesterday, and I'm even surprised I didn't mention this, but with regards to Coming to America 2, the priest and the king, that's James Earl Jones's character, almost reminded me of The Lion King with Rafiki and Mufasa. And upon watching 1, I was really settled on that, but maybe it's because I know that James Earl Jones actually voiced Mufasa. And in certain ways, I almost thought that, okay, he might have had to channel this character to play Mufasa, because the voice is going to be the same, obviously. But I did find myself thinking that I really don't know if it makes sense to a lot of you, but that's what I really think. That's what I thought. In terms of the story and in terms of investment, both were so well done. 1 is more on the basis of comedy. 1 finds a way to blend the more serious issues into a bit of a comedy and a bit of romance. And I have to say, if I had to pick my favorite, I would go with part 1. In a certain context, I do think 2 is a little more forgettable now that I've watched 1. And maybe there are some expectations that people had going into 2 that they may not have seen. But the cameos did kind of compensate. But overall, I really do think they have their relative strengths between 1 and 2. Whereas 2 is more with the cameos, the comedy, and the pacing, whereas one is more with the serious stuff. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. If you did love this video and you want to see more, please do subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below. You can follow me on my social media handles. I will see you all tomorrow with another video. So till then, take care. Do wear a mask when you're going out. COVID is a real thing. I am the Dark Man, and I'm out.